If you want to 10x your portfolio, you're going to have to watch this entire video. It's a long one. There's tons of information. It is packed, and I want you to watch until the very end so you can understand what I'm saying. So sit back, relax, and find out how to 10x your portfolio. Hey guys, it's me, Vinod Papa. I, of course, is on thebettertraders.com, and I'm also a 3 Commas ambassador. So we're going to jump right into TradingView. Why? Well, I'm not going to show you which charts are going to give you 10x returns right now. This is more about a here, as it says in the thumbnail. This is more about when it happens, and it's not now. The thumbnail doesn't say 10x your portfolio now. It says 10x your portfolio here. So where is here? You don't need a treasure map, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at past performance to give us an idea of what could happen in the future moving forward. So let me explain what we're looking at here. Here on TradingView, we have two different tabs. One with historical USD value charts. Note that Bitcoin is not in here. Not that I have anything against Bitcoin. I actually think Bitcoin's a great idea for trading and holding and accumulating value. Therefore, we're going to look at how we can accumulate more Bitcoin by trading altcoins. That is the key to 10xing your portfolio. Buying and holding Bitcoin alone is great. But from where we are now, if it hits $100,000 from where we are here at 30K, that's a measly 3x plus a little bit of change, 3.3333x. It's not really enough. And I know that you're watching this video because you want to figure out, oh, how do you get those big gains? And you get those big gains from all of the other altcoins. That's why Bitcoin's not on this list. So I have a tab here for all USD historical charts, and I have BTC historical charts. So what do I mean by historical charts? These charts right here, which you can download the watch lists for both of these in the description below this video. This is the list of tokens that have the longest history on TradingView. So you'll note that I don't have every coin in existence. I have some obscure coins. I have some newer coins. So I have a mix because I want to show you price performance from this current halving that happened in May 11th, 2020, and even the one before, which was in 2016 in July. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through what it really takes to 10x your portfolio in the kind of market where we are right now. Now, full disclosure, I am not a financial analyst. I don't have any certifications, although I'd love to get one, but I don't have anything like that. So everything I'm showing you is for informational purposes only. And this is stuff that I am expecting to happen. And these are things that I'm going to be acting on. So I want to share what my thought processes are with you to help give you an idea. And maybe you're seeing other people talk about this. And if not, believe me, you're going to see lots and lots of videos like this pop up as soon as we capitulate, maybe even a year from now. So I want to get a head start and get this into your minds now to figure out what your game plan could be based on what I'm going to be doing. Okay. First, I want to talk about the price comparison between our USD charts and our BTC charts, just to make a really clear point. If you're going to use BTC and trade it up, buying and holding tokens with your Bitcoin that you buy, buying and holding that, like using Bitcoin to buy Cardano in this instance, is always a bad idea. You will always generate bigger returns trading, or rather buying and holding Cardano on the USD market. You actually lose value compared to the USD performance. And the reason is that Bitcoin keeps going up and to the right. Sometimes it falls. Sometimes it pumps really high, but in general, it's always up and to the right. The only other token that's similar to that is Ethereum. But even that chart, if we compare the two, Ethereum's chart on the weekly time frame looks incredible. If we bring up the chart for ETHBTC, it's similar, but not nearly as good as just buying and holding good old Ethereum, right? So we're always looking at this historical BTC charts with the mindset that we're using our Bitcoin to buy these tokens to make more BTC. When? When do you do that? When we look at these lines, this is post-halving performance. So when we talk about 10x, that means making 1,000%. So 100% is a 1x. So this actually does a 20x. from here. There will be some tokens that will do so much as 100x. These are rare, and it happens at a certain time. Notice what happens after we hit our top. So I'm going to overlay price performance here, and these orange and yellow candles are Bitcoin. So Bitcoin hits its top, Ethereum does a little bit more, and then it falls with the rest of the market. After Bitcoin has its halving event, there's a little bit of sideways action before it takes off, a little bit of sideways action before it takes off. So looking at Bitcoin's price performance here, it basically did a 30x in the previous market. And then we're looking at May 11th price performance here. It did a 5x. So not anywhere close to where it was before. And we can see that when we are trading other tokens, we have the chance to make some much bigger gains. It's important to accumulate Bitcoin for the long term because all these tokens won't exist in like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. There's a really high chance. And the reason why I know that is because I've looked at the crypto historical market cap data that I want to show you. Check it out. Historical snapshot of the top 20 tokens from May 11th. This was the halving that we've most recently had. So you'll notice some familiar names in here: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin Satoshi's vision was in the 6th place. What's tag Z5? We have EOS, we have Stellar, Cardano's all the way down at 14. Then we have Monero, Tron, Hex is there at 19. But we just keep going lower and lower and lower. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. But the list changes a lot, especially if we go back even farther. 2016, this was the market cap performers. Dow was here. And we even had Made Safe Coin. Steam was up here at the top. Even NEM was at 6. Litecoin in itself being at 4 was crazy. And Lisk, Dogecoin was closer to the top 10 then than it was in 2020, but that's okay. The point of this is to show you that these tokens that look like they're amazing, like MadeSafe, wow, this one is in the top 10. This would be a great coin to trade right now, wouldn't it? Well, let's actually look it up. Let's see if Made is even here. It's on Bittrex, maybe. Here we go. So it kind of exists, but it's nowhere near its price performance where it was. So it's not a good token to, again, buy and hold. We want to focus on accumulating Bitcoin. So you're going to use Bitcoin to buy altcoins to grow your account. But you need to accumulate Bitcoin for the future because Bitcoin is the only one that people are really looking at seriously right now. So let's just go down the list. And I'm not even going to do everything. I'm not even going to do it as far as like going super in depth, but I want to show you price performance between the two. So let's start with Cardano. Cardano's hot. Everybody's talking about Cardano right now. So let's do a little comparison between Cardano versus Bitcoin USD on the USD chart. So here on this green line, this is our capitulation event with Bitcoin. So this is the bottom of the bear market. Note performance post bear market. And I'll take this away just so we can see. After the bear market, there is a relief rally. Cardano actually moved up 140% in about, 6 months, only for it to fall back down and even lower. So while you can make some good money trading with the short term, 6 months is considered midterm, really. But we can see that it doesn't work out. Buying and holding does not work out well here. Buying and holding works best when? After our halving event. Look at price performance for Cardano post halving. If you bought it the week after Bitcoin's halving and held it to the top, that's a 56x. That is life-changing. So if we compare that to the BTC chart, check this out. This one's going to be even worse. So after capitulation, it does move up, but only 75%. Wait, didn't this other chart say 100-something%? Yeah, it did. The thing you have to understand about trading cryptocurrency is that your markets are dependent upon what you're trading against. So for a lot of what we're talking about, we have a comparison of coin/USD, which is a stable coin, or coin/Bitcoin. Anything that you trade against Bitcoin is dependent on Bitcoin's price action. So if your token, for instance, is mooning right now, and you've traded it against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's going sideways or even better, down, then your chart against Bitcoin is going to go crazy. It's going to be shooting up because Bitcoin is losing value, but your token is moving up in USD value. So your token is moving up USD value, but you're trading it against Bitcoin. So that way it actually moves up higher. And I'll show you what this looks like right now. TRX USD versus TRX BTC. So looking at price performance, a comparison, this price performance is okay. If we look at February 28th to where we are now, on the USD chart, it's up 40%. So February 28th, here we go, February 28th, so where we are now, pop. On BTC, we're up 75% compared to 40%. Again, the reason is because Bitcoin's been falling. If we turn on BTC, we can see it's been falling ever since this date, but TRX seems to be moving up against Bitcoin moving down. So in this case, this is the golden scenario. You have a token that's moving up in its USD, its fiat value, and Bitcoin's falling. Therefore, it's going to pump in BTC value. So this kind of scenario is amazing. It's very rare, but it's amazing when it happens because it means that not only are you hedged against Bitcoin's price action, but you're actually going to be able to make more Satoshis off of this trade, which is great. So let's go back to Cardano again to compare how this looks and how it reacts. So going back to ADA and zooming out. So there was a lot of buzz around ADA. You could actually argue that this is very similar to how Ethereum was performing post-halving, right? If we look at it, how it was performing way back here in 2016, and it shot up and it did 100x compared to, here we go, yeah, a 20x. Again, 20x solid. But when we have this new-ish coin, and there's a lot of bullish news around it, we don't want to fight the trend. We want to ride the trend. 50x is incredible. So does it make more sense when we look at profit to buy right after capitulation or right at the halving event? Halving event. In this case, let's look at if we were using our Bitcoin to trade this chart. So if we used our Bitcoin to buy and hold Cardano right after capitulation in 2018, right now we would only be up 92%, still green, but it did fall quite a bit. It fell a lot. It fell 63%. Comparing that to buying and holding, again, I don't recommend it, but price performance is much better using Bitcoin to buy Cardano. So the thing to understand with this is that when we have our halving event for Bitcoin, historically speaking, most tokens will moon. Most tokens will have bullish price action. And we see that. Let me show you. So we're going to turn on BTC, and I'm just going to go through all these charts. We're going to focus on this most recent one here on May 11th, 2020. And I want you to focus on price action post this line. So let me actually turn this off so it's easier to see. So here's Atom moving up. Bitcoin Cash moved up. BNB moved up considerably. There was news, but again, it moved up. Moves up, not staying up, but it moved up. Same story. Same story. Everything is going to be higher than it was after the Bitcoin halving event. The only one of these, and I think it's just that one, the only one of these that hasn't held up is Tezos. So Tezos right here is actually down if you bought and held 20%. But look, everything still had a nice run up. Notice some tokens had much bigger runs than others. Binance Coin had some amazing news about their Daily Bop, and it pulled a 38x. So that's amazing, almost a 40x. Doge had lots of manipulation. Doge was the golden boy, and it shot up almost 300x after halving. Even Ethereum Classic, for reasons I still have yet to comprehend, shot up and did a 23x. It did a 20x at least. If we look at Link and its performance, this one went up only, what, 10x. Litecoin, a coin that really doesn't do anything, to be honest with you, it still did an 8x. Do you get the idea here? So if we compare all of these to the price performance post capitulation, yes, all of these tokens do move up, but they all fell back down. They didn't really do anything. So if you feel like, wait, well, that's unfair because you're looking at lots of newer charts, fair enough. Let's go ahead and just back it up. So here, conveniently so, Litecoin, here we have it on Bitfinex, and we can see back here, it used to be worth, what, $1 or so? So green, again, means what? Green means post-capitulation. So this one moved up 300%, and then it fell down. So this one right here, you can see, where does it actually benefit you better? Yes, you bought in earlier here, but where does it actually benefit you more? It benefits you so much more to get it after the halving event, which happened in July 2016. So holding it for approximately a year and a half paid off incredibly well. There's none of this chasing that happens. You're not freaking out. You're not getting excited or letting your emotions get the better of you and like selling too early. If you know that Bitcoin is a 4-year cycle and you know that Bitcoin is going to be moving up after the halving event, wouldn't it make more sense just to wait? Especially if you're looking to make that big 10x, 20x, 50x. So I'm not talking about what coins to buy. I'm talking about the thought process behind all of this. And this is really where you do it, after halving. So let's compare Litecoin just because it has a really good historical chart. So let's look at the BTC performance. Again, if we traded it to make some gains, yes, that stings, but it still does shoot up 250%. And if we see price performance versus Bitcoin after halving, check it out. Now I do need to bring up the Bitcoin chart because we can't see it. So there's the top. What does it do? It actually falls down a lot, 50% before topping out at 200%. Very different, extremely different price performance compared to the USD chart. Now, before I ask this question, or rather I demand an answer, I want you to think about why the disparity. Why did LTC USD move up 8,600%, but the BTC chart only moved up 209%? They're the same ticker, the same base currency, both Litecoin, but I'm using USD to buy Litecoin, and here I'm using Bitcoin to buy Litecoin. So why is there a big discrepancy between the two? This is something that actually confused me a lot when I first started trading crypto. When you trade Forex, you're trading one currency against another currency. So in crypto, you're trading one coin against another coin, or one token against another token, or vice versa. The thing you have to understand is that when you trade anything against Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is increasing in value, while it doesn't look like you're making that much, 209%, if you're selling BTC or you're closing that trade and you're making BTC, the BTC that you now have is worth 200% more from where it was. So the reality, for the most part, is that in a bull run, it's actually not a good idea to trade against Bitcoin at all. And we see something happening right here. And I want to show you what that is. So when we see our bull run starting, I have a lot of stuff on the chart, but I want to make this super duper clear. And we're actually going to hide this. So the orange line is Bitcoin dominance. We can see Bitcoin dominance is ranging, but it used to be up here at 98%, and then it dropped to 95%. Then it dropped even more, fell off a cliff here in February 2017, and it started to drop. If Bitcoin dominance is dropping, that means that the total share of the market cap is now being less dominated by Bitcoin. So where else is it going? It's going into altcoins. It's going into Ethereum. It's going into others. It's going into stablecoins, not so much at this point, but you get the idea. So when we see Bitcoin dominance drop, that's typically a sign that it's a great time to be trading against it with your tokens to try to make more BTC, because alts should be moving up higher. If we check this out, same idea, we can see Bitcoin dominance is falling. Right here, we can see, boom, of course, this makes sense. Bitcoin dominance is falling because the value of Litecoin in a week shot up 100%. It actually moved up way too much, in my opinion, for what it really is. It moved up almost 9,000% in what? 7 months? It's crazy. 9 months, excuse me. So if more tokens are increasing in value in an alt season like this, in a bull market, that means that less of the market cap is being put into Bitcoin. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's price action is falling or diminishing at all. It just means that other tokens are now growing in their market cap. People are buying them. The value of those tokens is moving up, so that way it takes away from Bitcoin's piece of the pie. Got it? This is all stuff that took me a long time to figure out. And now that I have, I just want to share this with you because it's just too cool. So I need to cut the video here, mostly because I could keep talking about this for another hour or so. And to be honest, this is what I'm going to be talking about to people in the Better Traders Club. I'm going to be looking at all these charts one by one, doing a side-by-side analysis to help them see and compare and understand how this market really works, along with all the other stuff that we've talked about. It'll probably be a 2-hour long live stream. I'm gonna need like a drip feed of honey so my voice does not feel like raspy at the end of it, but I wanna give you a taste of the kind of stuff that I'm doing in the Better Traders Club. You've watched all the way up to this point. You're hungry for more information. You do want to 10x your portfolio. I want you to as well. It's not that hard. Crypto is one of the most cyclical and easy to trade markets so long as you know when here is. And here is not here. Not yet. So, even if you don't join the club, everything I've just shared with you as a concept should play out moving forward. That's what I'm expecting to have happen next. There will be amazing opportunities to trade and to accumulate more Bitcoin before the next halving event happens. But I know that when the next halving event happens, I'm not going to be using my Bitcoin to buy tokens. I need to be careful. I need to accumulate and then just sit back and relax and enjoy the next bull run. So that's it for this video. It's a long one, but I wanted to give you a lot more in-depth research and analysis on what I'm thinking and why I'm thinking and what I'd like you to think about moving forward. So if you want more of this, join the Better Traders Club today. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.